this one guy called out his girlfriend for cheating on him. Some of the people he called out for being the guys that she cheated on him with were journalists. And this one game, the girl who cheated was a game dev. People looked into it. Turns out that some of these people had given her good reviews and stuff. So It became this whole thing of like, okay, so how deep does this hole go? And the answer is very deep. Oh yeah.
So wait, she traded sex for
favors.
Jesus. This is a real thing?
Yes, and so
was Gamergate popular?
Gamergate is a popular hashtag because people have been talking about it like, this is not cool.
No, was it a popular, gamer site, or?
No, Gamergate is, a joke on, because the Watergate scandal was,
right.
I forget which president, but it was because of sex they found out about, corruption in
So, what
politics.
game journalism, site was this?
Kotaku.
IGN?
A bunch. Pretty much IGN is the only one who hasn't had evidence towards them, so...
Because they hid it.
Dorito Pope is essentially the best thing in gaming right now, which saddens me.
Well, is Total Biscuit involved?
No. He's pretty much been the enemy of them, one of the bigger enemies.
Yeah,
great.
No. Okay. So, what type of games did she develop? Was it, iOS games, or, big name shit?
The big one that, got everything going with this was, Depression Quest, which is a really dumb text-based game. And she tried to get it through Greenlight, and it got voted down. And then, I am still a bit hazy on the details, but apparently the second time it was up, she said that, a group of people on a site called WizardChan had sent her death threats and stuff, and so she used that to give her game more popularity so that it would be gotten through Greenlight. And it worked, sadly. And one of the guys who was involved with this wrote a good article about Depression Quest and wrote an article about, if I remember right, he wrote an article about, her getting, these death threats. Alleged death threats. It was, man, it's just this gigantic hole. It's dumb.
Okay. Now, if I'm to summarize this, person wanted to be a game dev, didn't do too well, so instead of trying to improve themselves, or get an internship, or, I don't know, literally anything else, felt the best course of action was to trade sex for good game reviews.
Yes. And, not only that, but she actually had a game dev, or a game jam shut down.
A what?
A game jam where... Okay, so the thing that they were gonna do was they were gonna be like, hey, to increase the, say of women in gaming, how about we have some of the girls who have really good ideas but don't have the technical skills to get it done. We're gonna bring them to a game jam, and it'll be a competition to see who can make the best game. They'll pitch it, and then we'll have some actual devs make it. And she was like, sexism, girls, something, patriarchy. And she had that whole thing shut down. And then she's like, don't worry though, we'll make a game jam. You can donate to it. And it's gonna be at an undisclosed date, at an as of yet undisclosed location. And all donations go straight to my PayPal account. personal PayPal account.
Wow.
And honestly, it shouldn't revolve all around her, but it has. It really should focus more on how corruption in journalism has become, but
hold on. She was the one. I assume, as the reports go, she's the one who offered the trade, right?
I think she was in relationships and she was cheating, and this came out of it. I'm not sure if she did it specifically for the good reviews or anything.
But as we know, from what has been speculated, there is a relationship between her relations with people, very intimate sexual relationships with people, and those same people just so happen to give her good game reviews.
Yep, and then they looked into it, and there have been other cases. One of the writers at Kotaku, one of her girlfriends was a game dev, and she did not disclose that she had a bias towards it. And the writer, or the head of Kotaku, who had previously said, yo, you shouldn't write articles about games if you have a bias, and if you, have to write about it, disclose it, you nerds. One of his writers didn't do that, which was her. And, oops. So...
she's gone.
I don't think she is, though.
Really?
Yeah, and, let me see, what other stuff happened?
Hold on, let me load the checkpoint, so that way we can play and talk about it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I saw the hashtag Gamergate, but I was like, whatever. It was like something corruption journalism. I was like, is Gamergate like a website or?
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, yeah, that sounds shitty. And
oh yeah, it is, and especially with these same journalists have just been insulting their audience and saying gamer is like something you should be ashamed of, and calling people nerds like it's an insult, and it's the worst thing.
Oh my gosh, I saw another post that was like, game journalism says gaming is dead, and gamers say gaming journalism is dead, or something.
Yeah, that's essentially what's happening right now. So, it's a good time.
Okay, but... So...
Yeah.
Well, I guess, if anything gets too big, corruption is bound to happen.
Yeah, but man... it just sucks.
But the scale of it is just... because gaming has always been way more positive than negative, no matter...
It's supposed to be gamers writing for gamers, and you're supposed to be able to trust them. That's the biggest thing about this. That's the biggest thing about
But as soon as they start
media.
getting paid money for it, there's starts to come into question of whether or not it's for the game or for the money.
Yeah.
But there are some people that might, be able to separate the two.
Yeah.
And it's weird that we distrust people who make money, but there's almost good reason for it.